Hi guys, and welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So today's reading is your 2015 year ahead reading, and this is for the zodiac sign of Leo. So Leo, just to let you know how I do this reading, I shuffle the cards very thoroughly off screen, just to get rid of any vibrations of any previous readings that I've done. I will then, from the top of the deck, after I've shuffled the cards very thoroughly, pick 12 cards to represent your each month of the year. I will then pick a 13th card which will describe or just sort of give the general energy or the gist of the reading for the year, or the gist of your year 2015, and I suppose will be sort of the culmination and the thing that ties up everything that's been said in the reading. I will then, on this reading, I'm not going to do, well, in January this is going to happen, February this, March this, because it would take too long. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sum up the reading in 3-month segments, so bite-sized chunks. So we'll go from January to March, then we'll go from April to June, then from July to September, and then October to December, okay? Because it condenses it a bit and really sort of gives you a fuller, rounder idea of what will be happening in those 3-month segments. Let's make a start. So the first 3 cards that I came up with for January 2015 to March 2015 are the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Death card. Now, on their own, the Queen of Pentacles is quite a secure character. She's very resourceful, she's very creative, she's quite nurturing. And the King of Pentacles, he's quite responsible, he's very successful within business, so he's definitely kind of like a businessman. He's quite enterprising, and he's very competent. And I think that on their own, if we were to look at this in terms of how you'd be feeling personally, potentially for some of you guys, it could be that you're feeling those things within January. You're feeling quite competent, quite self-assured, you know, very resourceful, sort of ready to go, ready to sort of go out there and make things happen and, you know, make lots of money and that type of thing. But I think because we have the Death card here, the Death card to me, well, to anyone that reads what the Death card is in terms of tarot, it means the ending of something. And when I looked at these 2 cards, I thought to myself, this isn't a month just about being resourceful. I think it's a month about being resourceful, but I think it's going to be a month about being resourceful in light of what's happening here with the Death card. But I also think that if this was a love reading, I would say that the Queen of Pentacles would represent a female and the King of Pentacles would represent a male. And dependent on who you're with, I would definitely say, or my gut feeling is, that because these are 2 quite sort of dominant characters, that in the month of January, for those of you who are potentially going through any relationship difficulties, there will be an ending of something there. So there'll be an ending to a relationship there, I think, for some of you guys. If you find that you're butting head with your partner, if you find that things aren't going well, if you find that maybe your partner's being too domineering, they're too dominant, it could be that you decide to go your separate ways and split after Christmas. This is what I'm getting from this reading. In terms of from January to March. So I definitely, whether this is a partnership relationship, whether it's a work relationship, you know, whether it's, you know, in the workplace and you're not enjoying it there, or whether it's with someone that you're in a relationship with, or maybe, you know, someone within the home, whatever the situation is, I think there's going to be an ending around that situation. And I think at the end of the day, even if there is an ending, you're going to be feeling quite resourceful and quite relieved about that ending. And I think for some of you guys, in the month April to June, we have the Chariot card, we have the 6 of Pentacles, and we have the 9 of Cups. These are all really good cards for various reasons. The Chariot card is all about making decisions. So I just get a feeling that whatever the death is in January, between January and March, whatever that ending is, the endings always bring new beginnings. So the Death card isn't just about sort of something ending and that's that. It's about rebirth. It's about enlightenment. It's about creating a path in which you can actually maneuver yourself through. So it's not just about something ending and that's that. Okay, there might be a bit of pain, there might be a bit of hurt, but to me, it's like the Tower card, except that this is something a lot of the time that's within your control. It's something that potentially a lot of you know already know is on the cards. And I think that definitely, because we have the King of Pentacles there and the Queen of Pentacles, these represent people, okay, or situations, and something's definitely coming to an end. And I think that within the month of April, between April and June, this is going to allow you to kind of move ahead with your plans and with your life, because I think potentially within probably going on from now, something's been holding some of you guys back and you need some release from it. So the Death card enables you to be released from it and enables you then to sort of ride into victory, to kind of ride on another path, to kind of take that journey. For some of you guys, it could be maybe travel, that you're travelling to another country, or you're travelling somewhere, you know, you feel that you can just go ahead with your plans. I would say that with the ending of whatever it is that's happening, because the Death card did come up for the month of March, but because I'm doing an overall reading, that could occur, I suppose, at any time between January and March. But I think with that release for some of you guys in the month of 2015, it's just going to motivate you even stronger. It's going to make you more ambitious, and it's going to just make you a lot more kind of determined to achieve whatever the goals are that you want to achieve. So I definitely think with the Chariot card, you're going to be making a lot of progress. You're going to kind of get your mojo back. You're going to kind of feel a lot more confident and a lot more self-assured. And I really think that with this card, it's saying that you're, you know, it's full steam ahead, and that, you know, you had a choice and you made it. And that choice was to let go of whatever wasn't serving you, and really to kind of stand on your own 2 feet and say, I'm going out there and I'm going to achieve the things that I actually want to achieve. And I definitely think with the Six of Pentacles as well, this is about generosity and giving, and also a shift in pattern. And I think that this card, along with the Nine of Cups, could denote, because the Nine of Cups is one of happiness and contentment and feeling really kind of just happy with where you are. And I certainly think that with the release that the Death card presents, and with the new kind of focus and the new kind of approach that you've got to life between the month of April to June, that the universe is going to be giving you a lot of good things. So a lot of gifts. And I even think that for some of you guys, because this is a Pentacle card, it could all be to do with, you know, monetary gain. So maybe people or something or a situation giving something to you, because you've actually made that shift, because you've actually turned that corner. Because for some of you guys, there's been an ending to something that allows you then to be released and to kind of just unravel you from those chains that for some of you guys you might have felt a little bit bound in. That, you know, for some of you guys, you are going to be getting a lot of rewards. Now, whether that's universal law rewards, whether that's material rewards, it could be anything. But I certainly think that you're going to be getting in a lot. This Six of Pentacles to me a lot of the time suggests just sort of getting stuff back, getting stuff in, having stuff come into our lives. When something's been released, we automatically, I believe, release. And it's a sense of relief for us. We automatically release those good vibes into the universe, and the universe just starts giving us all sorts of wonderful things because we've released that resistance. And to me, when I looked at the King and Queen of Pentacles, to me it looked like there was some sort of resistance going on there. There were two very strong cards, and I just felt some resistance there. And luckily with the Death card, I think that there is an ending to resistance between January and March, which then allows you to move forward with progress and allows the universe to start giving you plenty of gifts. And I would say that those gifts and those rewards and all of those good things that potentially in April to June that are coming in for you will be making you feel a lot more happier, a lot more joyous, and a sense of real fulfillment and contentment, which is what we get with the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups, of course, is also a wish fulfillment card. So I certainly think that for this card, it's saying that your wishes and your desires are coming true and they're going to be fulfilled. So whatever the wishes were that potentially in the first 3 months, or potentially even now, you're feeling that you can't sort of go for because there's a situation that potentially some of you guys want to move away from, when you finally make that choice to move away from it, suddenly you're realising all these wonderful things are happening for you in the months of April to June. And then we have, the funny thing is, there's a little bit of a change here. There's a little bit of a bump in the road, shall we say. within the within the July to September months, because we had the 5 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and the 3 of Cups, and these are kind of like at completely different ends of the spectrum. Both, to me, the 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords talk about this victim mentality and feeling like you're a victim and feeling a sense of loss and feeling a sense of powerlessness and feeling like you know you're not in control. And I think that for some of you guys, in the months between the months of July to September, there might be that sense of that going on, and I don't really know where that arises from, because a lot of you are actually doing quite well up until the end of the first 6 months. But it could either be a case of that for some of you guys, some of you Leos, you will be feeling a sense of powerlessness within those 3 months, and it could be just a standalone thing, and it could be a case of that some of you are maybe thinking about the relationship or whatever it was that came, you know, to an end, and feeling, you know, a sense of remorse about that. But it doesn't last long, because we do have the celebration card come up. The what I call the celebration card is the 3 of Cups. So there is lots of celebration to be had. So I think that this, whatever this situation is about feeling bound, bound, and feeling that you're kind of trapped and there's a victim mentality going on, I don't think that that's going to last long, because I think that there will be a release from that. And I think especially with the 5 of Pentacles, where you're looking at 2 people, there's an older guy and an old woman, and they're both in rags, and they're outside a church, and it's snowing and it's cold, and they're looking quite down, you know. And it's a funny thing, because I don't know whether this guy on the crutches is looking up to heaven or he's looking up to the church. But the church, in my eyes, is the earthly representation of God and heaven. And I think it's a case of that, you know, for some of you guys, you are going to receive help, if that's how you feel, between the months of July to September. And the help will come in the form of the 3 of Cups. So it's about taking yourself out of that victim mentality, taking yourself out of that feeling of feeling trapped, or feeling alone, or feeling at a loss about something. You know, you only need to ask for help. So I think within those 3 months, there'll be a lot of kind of manifestation going on, and you only need to ask. God says, ask and it's given. I think that's what God says. I'm a Christian, I think that's what's said, but there is a phrase, ask and it is given, and it's true, ask and it is given. And I certainly think that, you know, because we've got these 2 cards together here, you're feeling trapped, feeling victim mentality, but there's a church there, and you only need to ask for help. You can ask from your angels, you can ask from the universe, you can ask from God, and it will be received. Because I believe that for some of you guys, if you're going to be feeling that way within July to within the months July to September, then a lot of you will be asking for help. A lot of you will have assistance, and that will come with the 3 of Cups, and it's going to be making you feel an awful lot better about whatever that situation is that makes you feel that way. And then really the end of the year, the final 3 months, October to December, these are very beautiful cards, really. We have the, well, 2 of them are very beautiful. The other one I'm a little bit kind of dubious about, but it's not too bad. We've got the 6 of Wands, victory card. We've got the 7 of Pentacles, looking at what you've achieved, self-evaluation. And we've got the 4 of Pentacles. And this can be a card of 2 halves, really. To me, it suggests, look at what I have, look at what I've got. And I, you know, my feet are he's holding on to everything for dear life. You know, he's holding securely onto the pentacle in his arms. His feet are stuck onto 2 pentacles. He's got a pentacle stuck on his head. It's a sense of, this is mine. I created this, and no one's taking it away from me. So I think for the end of the year, I think there'll be a sense of feeling victorious for a lot of you guys. Feeling that you've really come through certain situations, and you've really arrived at a point where you're quite proud of what you've achieved. You're quite proud of how you've handled yourself throughout the year. And I think with the 4 of Pentacles, all that this is saying is that what you've created is yours. This is what this card is saying to me. I don't think there's any sense of pride with that. I don't think there's any sense of, within this reading, greed or feeling that you need to hold on to stuff. But I think it's this man looks very proud. He's almost got a little smile on his face. He's really proud of what he's achieved. He's really kind of like feeling quite stable, and I think there is a sense of stability in this reading. I think this is about you feeling victorious in what you've achieved, and you're feeling quite stable, especially on a monetary level. But I think, you know, right from the beginning of the year, when we looked at the King of and Queen of Pentacles and the Death card, the ending to something between January and March, right through to April and June, where we were looking at, you know, that ending really sort of catapulting you into making progress and motivating yourself again, and really getting your mojo back, and the universe really coming through for you and sort of helping you and giving you all these wonderful gifts in those months and all these wonderful opportunities, and a sense of contentment there, right through to July to September, where we can see again some of you guys are potentially feeling trapped in something, potentially feeling a little bit in victim mentality, but potentially asking for help from the universe, from God, from whoever, and then receiving that through the Three of Cups to the end of the year. For some of you guys, receiving your mojo back and really sort of feeling victorious and happy in that, and looking at what you've achieved and feeling really proud of the stability and the happiness that you've achieved at the end of the year. And then the final card for your 2015 reading, I don't know what I'm saying, is the World card, and this is completion. And this really does say to me, when I'm sort of summing up the reading and I'm looking at, you know, how the reading is kind of panning out, it suggests to me that at the beginning of the year there was a sense of potentially trepidation, but you had to do something, or an event had to take place, and you know, you worked towards it, and maybe somebody else worked towards it, but in working towards it you were able to release yourself from it. You know, it's a journey through to feeling like you can go anywhere and do anything, and feeling that, you know, self-motivation and that confidence, and getting your confidence back, right to feeling slightly trapped again and slightly in victim mode, but this time asking for help and receiving that help and feeling better about stuff, right to the end of the year with the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, feeling victorious in what you've achieved and feeling a sense of pride, I suppose. Not so much pride, but feeling, you know, just really proud of yourself, but not in a kind of arrogant way, but in a, you know, I've done well and I've done a great job, and, you know, I deserve to have these things. I deserve to have this abundance in my life. And to me, the World card sums all of this reading up, and it says, by the end of 2015, you will have reached completion. You will have reached a sense of feeling that you can do anything and you can go anywhere, because you really do have that confidence. You know, feeling that you've been through whatever you've been through, even right from 2014 to the point of the end of 2015, December 2015. But for you guys feeling, yeah, haven't I done well? Feeling a sense of, you know, you're on top of the world. Feeling like, yeah, I've done so well this year. You know, I've had a few little blips. I've had a few little things that have been testing for me, but I've actually, you know, come through it, and, you know, I'm actually rewarded for it, and I'm actually having a great time. This is a card about celebrations and rewards and success and everything coming full circle for you. So I really feel that through 2015, it's going to be a great year for you guys. I've got to be honest. I think it's another great reading. I had another zodiac sign that had a wonderful reading as well. Some readings that I've done haven't been so great. It's been about, you know, really kind of having to work through stuff. But I think, you know, besides the end of potentially some sort of relationship between January and March for you guys, for some of you guys, which isn't a bad thing because it releases you and it allows you to kind of reinvent yourself, and there's a rebirth with you. You know, right from there, everything I see in this reading is positive, because when I'm looking at the reading, all of these cards are really sort of teaching lessons in a way. They're teaching us stuff, they're teaching you stuff, and it's not in a bad way at all. You know, it's, to me, this reading is about getting stronger, it's about getting your confidence back, it's about really making things happen for yourself, and also the universe coming in and rewarding you a lot of the time in 2015, because you make those choices, because you ask for help, because you decide to release yourself from something that doesn't serve you. The universe comes in because you're much more aligned in 2015. So I certainly think for a lot of you guys, you're in alignment, a lot of you, in 2015. There's a sense of I feel at one with the universe. And if things aren't going my way, then I'm going to make this choice. And I'm going to make a choice to ask for help, or I'm going to make a choice to release myself from a situation, you know. And that, to me, just leads to victory. And it leads to a far more stable life for you at the end of the year. So guys, that's the end of your year ahead reading for the month, for the year 2000, can you say the month, for the year 2015. I will be back with your Law of Attraction Tarot reading for the year of 2015, and that's all about what you can potentially look towards attracting in that year. And yeah, just to let you know, if any of you guys have been asking me about personal readings, I am in the process of setting up my website. Once that's done, I promise you I will send you a link, and you'll need to email me to tell me whether you want a reading, and then we can arrange a video response readings, because I'll be doing video response readings and email readings to start with. And then, so guys, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you on your next reading. Take care.